Democrat lawmakers are adamantly trying to paint President Trump in the same light as former President Richard Nixon. One America's Meghann Dyke takes a very close look at the differences.
To leave office before my term is completed is abhorrent to every instinct in my body. But as president, I must put the interests of America first.
Even though the president was cleared of allegations of collusion in the 2016 elections, Democrats appeared dead set on trying to compare this case to Watergate. John Dean, the former White House counsel to President Richard Nixon, testified Monday before the House Judiciary Committee in what could be seen as efforts to shape public perception on the Mueller report.
Chairman Nadler brings in front of the Judiciary Committee a guy to talk about obstruction of justice who went to prison in 1974 for obstructing justice.
I did not go to prison.
Okay, you pled guilty to obstruction of justice. I'm glad you got to stay out of prison then, I guess. What bothers me the most, though, is this committee's failure to investigate how the whole Trump-Russia thing started.
But what the Democrat Party does not have in order to create parallels to the Watergate scandal is an indictment.
I think Bob said that he was not going to engage in the analysis. He was not going to make a determination one way or the other. We didn't agree with the legal analysis. A lot of the legal analysis in the report, it did not reflect the views of the department. It was the views of a particular lawyer or lawyers. So we applied what we thought was the right law.
Former special counsel Robert Mueller found there was no evidence to charge President Trump with collusion or obstruction of justice, an opinion seconded by Attorney General Bill Barr. And yet, this wasn't the case in 1972, where there was enough evidence to justify a 55-page would-be indictment against President Nixon for spying on the Democrat National Committee's Watergate Hotel headquarters. This, according to the Department of Justice, to better his re-election odds, and the result.
With all but a few absentee ballots counted, here's the way it looks tonight. President Nixon appears to have won re-election by the largest absolute majority ever in American history.
But with Democrats pushing to impeach President Trump, they likely will not find support from their colleagues on the other side of the aisle, and certainly none to mirror what the country saw as news of the Watergate scandal broke across the country. Damning evidence led the Republican Party to turn on Nixon in a stand with Democrats, subsequently resulting in the first resignation of a U.S. president. And on August 9, 1974, Nixon delivered his final farewell address to White House staff as the President of the United States.
You are here to say goodbye to us, and we don't have a good word for it in English. The best is au revoir. We'll see you again.
As for President Trump, who maintained his innocence during the costly and fruitless two-year investigation, he has words for anyone hoping he'll follow down Nixon's path.
You can't impeach somebody when there's never been anything done wrong. When you look at past impeachments, whether it was President Clinton or I guess President Nixon never got there, he left. I don't leave. There's a big difference. I don't leave.
Meghann Dyke, One American News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.